All right, I hope everybody's doing well. We're gonna go over the first interactive problem on the Khan Academy lesson this week after you watch the video, so I can help you get through that first thing. You can get the right answer in there. So I'm gonna go over this one over here on paper. When they give us this angle, and this is called the reference angle, 65. So from that angle, this side's always called the hypotenuse because it's the biggest side, H for hypotenuse. So if this is the reference angle, the 7 is the closest side. The closest side's called the adjacent side, or sometimes we just put A there. So H for hypotenuse, A for adjacent. That 7 is closest to the angle that they gave us. And it's always right triangle, so that's hypotenuse. So what do we call this side over here with the question mark? You can put an X there. X is going to be the opposite side. While adjacent is the closest, opposite is the furthest away. So OPP, or just O for opposite side. So last week we learned about SOHCAHTOA. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse. This was in our video last week. And cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. But this one I know is tangent. T stands for tangent. It looks like tan, but it's not tan, it's tangent. Tangent is opposite over adjacent. So I'm gonna write down tangent of 65 because that's our reference angle. What was the opposite side? It's X. And what is the adjacent side? It's 7. So tangent of 65 equals X over 7. Now we learned in algebra this year and last year, if you're dividing by 7, you do times 7 on both sides. So now my left side is 7 tangent of 65. And again, we don't say tan there, we say tangent with the math word. Now it's divided by 7 on the right side and times 7. Those are opposites. So those cancel each other out. And this would be our answer, except on Khan Academy, there's this calculator thing. So you're gonna click Show Calculator, and AC means clear. I already typed this in. And on Khan Academy Calculator, I have to type 7 times, and if you don't, I learned a few minutes ago, if you don't put times here, it won't even let you calculate the answer. And then TAN is for tangent. And then we had 65 degrees. And it also wants me to close the parenthesis on this Khan Academy calculator. It's different than the one you might have at home. You're welcome to use the one you have at home. And DEG means degrees because we haven't even learned radians yet. So this angle is in degrees. Then I press equals, and that's the answer. It says round and nearest hundredth. That's 2 places. So 15.01 is the answer. Now, I'll show you over here on my calculator. When I type this in, I don't even need times. I put 15, and then tangents over here. And then I look at the angle at 65, make sure my mode is in degrees and not radians. And I don't even have to close the parentheses on this calculator or put times. And then, oops, I put in 7 there by mistake. So it's 7 tangent of 65. And there's our 15.01. So either way, this is how we get through this first example problem.